the most stylish thing you could do with your hair this year is to actually stop fighting it. For years, honestly, for decades, women have been told the same thing. Cover your gray, hide your gray, color your gray. But something really interesting is happening in 2026. More women, including some of the most stylish celebrities in the world, are choosing to embrace their gray hair instead of covering it. And the result? They look confident, elegant, modern. So today, we're talking about why gray hair is suddenly one of the coolest looks you can have and how to embrace it in a way that feels intentional and beautiful. So today, we're going to talk about something that a lot of women think about, but they don't talk about out loud, and that is going gray. And no, you're not going to see me go gray anytime soon, believe me. I'm going to fight it to the very end. But I could tell you, my twin sister, Dana, and you guys have probably seen her or heard from her or seen videos of her, she went gray. And she did it through COVID, when COVID was around. And a lot of people did that because they couldn't get to the salons. And it was a few months, right, in between, so why not? And then you saw people on the internet, on social media, stylists, they were becoming experts in blending gray or helping women blend their gray grow out with their colored ends. Let me tell you, it is harder than it looks. And if you find a really good stylist who could do that for you, hang on to them tight. There's a lot of education going around right now about how to do that because it is a trending thing going on right now in the hair industry. People are embracing their gray hair. I love it. I'm here for it. That is fabulous. Now here's the interesting part. It's not just something that women are embracing, it's becoming a style choice. We're seeing silver hair on fashion magazines, on runways, all over social media, just like what we were talking about, not as a before photo, but as the after, as the final look. And yeah, and some of the most incredible women in the world are sporting their gray hair. Helen Mirren, Andie MacDowell, have you seen her hair lately? Wow, it's beautiful. Jamie Lee Curtis, of course. Jane Fonda, Emma Thompson. These are just some people out there that are embracing their natural silver hair. And they look absolutely stunning. It's not about age. It's about confidence and authenticity. That's what we always talk around here. If you feel good in your hair, then it is right for you. You do not have to follow the trends. You do not have to be somebody else. Women are realizing they don't have to chase every root touch-up appointment if they don't want to, right? There are such things as gray blending. I do this technique all the time on women with gray hair. They just want a little bit of shine, a little bit of oomph, but they don't want to be married to their grow out or to their roots. They don't want that line of demarcation or the skunk line or whatever you want to call it. So we do a demi-permanent on them and it adds a lot of shine. It's a see-through transparent color or no color at all, almost like putting a top coat of clear polish on your fingernails. It's like doing that on your hair. It just makes it really shiny. Or you could put a toner in that and it's like, just like my nails, it's that translucent pink. But on your hair, it would be a translucent color. So you could still see the variation of color and the natural dimension in there, but it's not going to cover every single strand. So the white in your gray will look like highlights and the darker of your gray will look like lowlights. So it's fabulous. But the wonderful part of it is that it just fades off naturally. So you do not get this line of demarcation at all. If you want to go in and get it done again, so be it. If you don't have to. I love that, right? So let's be honest. Now, if you've ever thought of going gray, you know it's not a simple decision. Nope. There's lots of questions that come up, lots. Is this going to make me look older? What if the transition looks awkward? And we've all seen that, right? Where it's grown out to about here and you've got gray hair here and then all of this is still colored. What haircut should I have? Can you still sport long hair and have gray hair? Absolutely. I have a client, fabulous hair, and her hair is really long. After working behind the chair for more than 30 years, I can tell you this for sure, and it's very important. There's no right way to go gray. There's not one single right way to do it, but there are always ways to do it intentionally and beautifully. Okay, we're going to talk about a few of those things today. So let's talk about the silver bob. Helen Mirren, she wears this gorgeous chin-length bob with soft bangs. It's elegant, it's polished, and it really, really does show off the brightness of her hair. But then let's take a longer version of gray hair with dimension. Andie MacDowell. She has shown up on some of the red carpets lately, in the last couple of years, just showing off her beautiful hair. She has stunning hair to begin with. And it's not just one flat color. It's not just one silver, one gray. There's multiple tones to it. White, silver, charcoal, and it adds depth and it adds movement. So you can actually go into the salon and request that. And in fact, a lot of the stylists out there, if they're really being precise and they're really being careful, they can actually go in and weave out your darker pieces, and that can be your charcoal pieces, and then your whiter pieces. That way when it's growing out, it's blending beautifully. Okay, now let's talk about the Confident Pixie. And you know who I'm going to be talking about here. Yes, the one and only Jamie Lee Curtis, right? She's made this look iconic. Short hair actually works beautiful with gray hair because it really does show off its texture and its shine. And when you see her, the first thing you notice is not her gray hair. It's her confidence, don't you think? Not everyone wants to go gray overnight. And that is perfectly okay, because to tell you the truth, it takes a lot of money and a lot of time if you made an appointment and you said, hey, turn me gray. Yeah. There's a lot of steps, and it'd probably take you about, depending on how long your hair is, it'd probably take you about 5 to 8 hours in the salon, and a hefty price tag. Some women transition slowly. I've done this before for people, is their hair will start growing out, and we'll just transition them with maybe some low lights, maybe some highlights. There's also this technique called grayish highlights. You're blending a cool blonde and gray tone so the transition doesn't look so sharp, I guess. It's softer and it's more intentional. So you can ask for that in the salon as well. Now, if you are going to go gray, what does your gray hair need? Because it's different. Gray hair acts differently. It feels different, right? Gray hair tends to be drier. It's more coarse than typical. And it also is more prone to yellowing, or those brassy tones that you see. So you'll definitely want to take care of that. And so we're going to walk through a couple of those things, okay? All right, gray hair actually loves moisture. The more moisture, so you want to make sure you're using a gentle cleansing shampoo, and you definitely can use a purple shampoo for gray hair. In fact, I would highly recommend it. You can use it about every third shampoo. You can use it as a conditioner or as a shampoo. And I think we've talked about that before. If you are curious, I do have a video podcast talking about the difference between blue and purple shampoos. You might want to go take a listen to that. I'll leave the link somewhere in the show notes. But what happens is purple neutralizes yellow, blue neutralizes orange. So depending on the tone of your hair is what you want to choose. And when you use these shampoos, it makes it so your hair is vibrant and shiny and not look so dull, because sometimes gray hair can look dull. Also, you can use a lightweight oil for shine, because gray hair kind of feels dry and it feels coarse, so that oil helps to make it feel a little bit softer, but then it also makes it look really, I don't know, luxurious instead of flat. Because sometimes I had a client last week who came in and just said, I just feel blah. And it was because she hadn't done anything to her hair for so long, and it was just gray. And what we did, we just gave her a clear, because it was her first appointment with me. She didn't know me. She heard about me. And I wanted to tiptoe into, color, because she wasn't here for a color appointment. She came for just a haircut. And we talked about how was she feeling, and she just felt like she was dull. She had some life events happen in the last year and a half or so. Her husband of 62 years, I think, had passed away. And so that was about a year and a half ago, and she was just finding herself again. I know, right? As stylists, we meet all kinds of people, and our job is to make them feel confident, make them feel pretty, make them feel heard, make them feel like they have a place. And yeah, your hair dictates all of that. I know. It's not just hair. It really is energy. So in her case, we talked about color, and yeah, we could have done highlights, we could have colored her, we could have done all that. But I said, why don't we just do just a gloss, just a shiny gloss, get some shine back in your hair. And she really, we cut her hair too, but she really left here feeling like a different person. And it was nice to see her smile and her face light up. So, as a stylist, yes, you can definitely make your mark on a person and change their day, maybe their life too. Okay, one thing I've always believed after decades in the hair industry is this: hair should support the life that you want to live, not stress you out. If going to the hair salon, in my case every 3 weeks to get my roots touched up, some people can stretch it to 6 weeks, but if that's stressing you out, if coloring your hair is stressing you out, or you can't afford it, my goodness, my sister-in-law, she lives in Arizona, and she's like, Denise, I'm gonna have to find a different way of doing my hair. I have to go every 5 weeks, and it's $500 every time she goes to the salon. What in the world? I was like, yeah, you need a lower maintenance look. Who can afford that? Anyway, I don't think she wants to be silver. I don't think she wants to embrace her grays, but there's different ways of going about it. You do not have to have high maintenance unless you want high maintenance and you enjoy going to the salon. That's okay too, because I know the salon's a fun place to be. But some women love coloring their hair, and some women just, it stresses them out. So both situations, it's completely fine. The goal is simply this: when you look in the mirror, you feel like yourself. That's the goal. And honestly, that is why I created my Good Hair Energy Box. You knew it, you know it, because hair changes, especially after 40. Your texture changes, your color changes, and sometimes the products that you used even 5 years ago, they don't work on your hair anymore. So each month I include tools or products. I include little reminders of how important you are, and I just love putting these boxes together because I love hair. I love making people feel good. So that's why I came up with the box. I just had to share that because that's a good tie-in, don't you think? So here's my final thoughts on this today. So if you're noticing more silver strands lately, you have choices. You can color them, you can blend them, you can embrace them. But the idea of gray hair does not mean that you have given up on yourself. Now, that whole idea is disappearing. Gray hair can be modern, it could be classy, it could be elegant, and sometimes gray hair can be the most stylish thing that you can wear. Hey, if you've enjoyed this conversation, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And if you'd like some help with some common hair frustrations, you can always click the link in my show notes and get my free hair emergency kit. These are just 5-minute kind of tips and tricks to get you out of the house in the morning when your hair won't behave. I put together a list of things, like if you have flyaways, if you have greasy roots, if your hair won't hold a curl, all these things, little tips and tricks to get you through the day. So hopefully you sign up for that. You'll also, when you sign up for that, you'll get on my mailing list, so you'll hear from me weekly. I'll come in, my email goes out to you weekly, and I share fun tips and tricks about hair. So if you're like me and you love hair, you might want to sign up for that. If you don't want the hair emergency kit, you can always just go on my website and just sign up for my newsletter anyway. I would love to have you as part of my community. So anyway, just remember, above all else, when you know better about something, you do better.